what I just had. Okay. Hi, my name is Emma Olson. We had a great opportunity of producing and kind of, running the background of this whole show. 24-Hour Plays is a fully student-written, directed, staged show. All these teams, wrote their entire show themselves. They cast the show themselves. They wrote it themselves. All student-led. So Emma's going to explain how tonight's show works.
So yesterday, right after school, our 3 groups came down and they found out the theme, which we're going to tell you in a minute, and the prop that everyone has to use in their show. So the writers and directors got 3 hours to get everything all set, and then all the cast came and found out their teams, and they made it all happen between last night and today. Wow. So we have 3 groups. The leadership on Group A is Kyla Ingersoll, Emma Torrio, and Nathan Sad. All aboard. Group B.
Bolster, guys! It's Group 2. And it is directed and written and run by Dylan Woodmore, Messina Sheehan, and Michael McMahon.
Group C is titled Medieval Murder, which is written and directed by Sophia Caliento and Clary Driscoll.
So the theme of all of tonight's shows, in the past it's been many different things, but this year it's Better Late Than Never, which is really interesting. And so all of the teams got to pick their own setting, so they're all different, all super interesting. So we had the task of picking a prop that we thought we wanted to make them all incorporate this into their shows. So they didn't get this prop until right before they started writing, so they just had to think of it on the spot. But yeah, so they have to put this thing into all of their shows, so you'll see a little cameo of this guy, Dylan Tiffany.
Alright, so every group has 5 minutes to set up their scene, and then 5 minutes to take it off. So you'll see all of that happening in between, and then after every group goes, we'll have a brief intermission so the judges can decide on the awards, and then they'll come out and give everyone their awards for the night.
Enjoy the show.
All aboard!
I guess I'm the only one who cares enough about my future to travel. Oh, how cute!
I'm so sorry. Very, very old. Suspects always sit in the front row.
This country really does need my help.
Excuse me, miss. Would you mind if I inquire you about a certain subject regarding presidents being exposed? Yes, those 2 children in a trench coat.
Today is your lucky day! I have been dying this entire script for somebody to ask me about the important things about society.
Righto! And what do you have to say about the elections? All the voting stuff and everything. It's quite a debacle. All aboard!
Single empty row. All aboard!
Must search for clues on the floor, maybe under the chair. Maybe over here, wait. Ow, my hand! Oh, it hurts so much. Keep it together, Reginald. Daddy did not raise you like this. So, you must all be wondering why I've gathered you all here today. If you're just dying to know. Just kidding! Here's a joke. There's no mystery. Never mind. So, where are you all headed on this delightful locomotive?
Well, I am on my way to California, where I will be one of the few hundred people in the room when they elect the next governor of California.
Oh, you.
I am. My entire career has been building up to this moment. I have built up quite the impressive resume, which includes highlights such as...
Hello, everyone. I'm so sorry for the inconvenience, but unfortunately, the train is experiencing some turbulence. The complimentary snack cart will be making its way to you shortly. Thank you for your patience. We will be on the rails again soon.
No! I need to be there in the room where it happens! My whole career has been leading up to this moment! My future depends on it! And yours!
Wait, maybe we should just wait. How long can it really be? I mean, train turbulence.
Yeah, long rounds. Very fast, and they're really free. Snacks! I love train complimentary snacks. A good sardine reminds me of the American dream. I mean, I haven't had one since Waterloo. No. What is this all leading up to? The peace corps overseas. But nothing! Republicans, libertarians, what about the Kennedys? Oh my, politicians, all of them corrupt.
Well, I believe this locomotive has stopped for a reason. All of you have a motive and an alibi. And I'm going to figure it out by interrogating each and every one of you with a series of questions. Especially you, very guilty looking. I'll find out the truth eventually.
How old are you? You look ancient. You're deteriorating right through his hair. Remember this came for me? You know, I have a granddaughter your age. I'm actually traveling to see her for her birthday. I got her this gift card from this clothing store she loves. American Clothing? Oh my God, I'm so gonna love that. Oh, so cute. Can I see the work? Beautiful. What's
Eureka! This, oh heavens. I mean, look at his skull.
Looks like my friend Bill.
Anyway, this is what we need. It's the pinnacle of mystery. It's where it all comes together.
My whole career has been leading up to this election. And for what?
Now, what I want to dance with rabbit is that if you get bit, you're gonna die. And that I know for sure.
What? This is not helping me at all!
Wait, where are you going? I haven't intimidated you yet. Probably a murderer. You know what? I think you should go for it.
You know what? I totally see it. So cute. I may not be much of a charmer now, but back in my day.
Now, look, all I'm saying is you get some old riled up about this one occasion, you're gonna be as dry as the desert. Look, you're overworked. Just breathe, man.
But without this election, I'm nothing.
If you're nothing without this election, then you shouldn't go. Look, in you, I see a whole lot of something. You should just be that.
Well, I suppose I don't have to be the only one trying to fix things in this country. You know, all of my life, which is a very long one, I've always thought politicians to be corrupt. But you young lady, are the right fit that this country needs.
What do you know? What secrets do you? Okay then. Okay. Alrighty then. Well, I don't normally pay attention, but I have noticed that a few things have changed since we've all got on this train. Really? Yeah. For instance, the mini politician over here, she finally overcame her future anxiety. I say good for you. And the old fat over there, so old, it smells so bad. But you finally realize that not all politicians are corrupt.
That's true. That's true.
It is true. Hi. And the girl on the phone, she finally looked up and she experienced things. She saw things and she listened to people. I wish to stay on the phone. And finally, most importantly, the skull pulled off the lady's card. I mean, nobody noticed because we were all looking at the wannabe cowboy.
What do you say, wannabe partner?
You heard what I said.
Hello, passengers. We have begun moving again. We will be reaching the last stop in approximately 5 minutes.
Well, you, sir, certainly checks you always lose. I'm proud of you. Coming out of your shell, finding it was so boring before. If only I had been so smart, my daddy would be so disappointed in me. Oh, no,
No, you're just coming too into things. Everything's so deep. You just gotta move what you got over here and stop doing the things out of your control.
No, you're right. You know, I did just crack my first case recently. I was headed to California to tow the sheep what I got. Of course, I'm very behind schedule thanks to this train getting stuck by turbulence. But I was happy to have been able to practice my detective skills on this very train.
stop taking these late shifts and actually see my doctor for once. This always happens. One day I'll be free. Perfect. Listen, I'm a ghost. I need you to help me.
Sir? Can I help you? Can I swing back to your room? Is this a fake skull?
Don't mock me. I'm a ghost.
Prove it.
I literally did it.
I didn't see it.
Oh.
Wait. I can get help. Sit down.
You're gonna give me a physical? I'm a ghost.
Say,
No. My neck is really itchy.
there's a knife?
In my neck?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Wait, I have an idea. This reminds me of the time where I had to do an autopsy on a live person!
Pardon?
Wait, no. It's not working.
Sweetie, was that gonna work?
Hold on. I missed it.
Get back to work!
Texted you 20 minutes ago to read one. Sorry.
We're here too.
Oh, don't be so gloomy.
We heard you had a ghost and needed exorcism.
Yeah, came up with crystals instead of fun. So, who died? Give me a sec, guys. What, Mom? Why did you bring them? Sorry, they were making a new call. I was giving Chuck a tarot reading. I think he's pretty good at it. Let's just say things aren't looking too good for him. Sorry, but if you want my help, you're gonna have to deal with that. Fine. So, what's the problem anyway? Why do you stop? You know what? You deal with it. After the year, I am Whoa, bro. Bro, do you see that guy?
What guy? There's no one over there. Ah! Oh, that guy! Yeah, I don't know where he came from.
I don't either. I never noticed him. What guy? We're the only ones here.
Guys, bros, amigos. Listen, I'm a ghost, and right now you're holding my skull. So, dummy number 1 and dummy number 2 are the only people that can see me. Your friend, Crystal, was it?
Yeah, Crystal.
Thank you. Crystal can't see me.
No shot. You're tripping, bro.
Ghosts aren't real.
Ghost? Who are you talking to?
Let me try something. Just Just a few more. Too slow. How about progress? I'm a ghost. Can you help me?
Help? A ghost? A ghost? What is happening right now?
I don't even know how to start helping a ghost. A ghost.
Hold on. I have an idea.
Nauticals. Nautical, nauticals. Nautical, nauticals.
Stop it. I think I get it. So there's a ghost and you need a skull to see him, all right? Not that. You don't look anything like Beetlejuice. Wait, did you guys actually think that nautical thing was gonna work? That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen you guys do. And that's saying something.
We tried, okay?
Yeah, it's more than you've done. Well, if there's a ghost and there's only one thing to do. Yeah, it's happening again. You need to come quick.
Who are you gonna call? Al the Ghostbuster and janitor. Forget I said that second part. So, where's the problem?
See for yourself.
I knew I wasn't crazy. You know, I saw this last night and picked it up and saw this really weird guy. Glad you remember me. Oh, so where's the problem? Rude? You know, I can never meet these people. Alright, Ghost. Send it back to where you came from. You know, that usually works the first time. Hold on, let me try and flip this switch. Someone call the landline? This ought to be good. Hello? Okay, mother. Mom's alright?
Yeah.
You know what? I don't get paid enough for this. Deal with your own problems. You guys just tried to kill me. But that was pretty depressing, so.
Hold on. Why did you do this stuff?
I didn't do that. Watch.
Whoa, floating skull. That's what I'm saying.
Wait, why don't you just leave?
Genius. Genius!
Huh. That's what I'm saying.
All right, non-ghost tea cup. You guys have any other ideas?
I'm too embarrassed to tell my idea, so I guess I'm not too.
All right, let's go home and come back tomorrow. 1, 2, 3, break. Ow! Did that hurt?
Now.
Hey, how did you die anyway?
I don't know.
Well, we're gonna go home and do some more brainstorming and maybe come back tomorrow.
That's it.
I don't really know what you want us to do.
I really don't know what I expected. I mean, you're a kid. Funny of me to think that you're going to fix my problems. I can't even fix my problems. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know how I died. I'm not in control of my own fate. And some girl with her tarot cards and her crystals comes in here thinking that she's going to fix my problems.
You know what? You can save yourself. I don't want to see you or this skull ever again. Wait, it didn't come back.
It didn't come back.
And I can still see you.
I can still see you. I can see the whole time. Right.
Nice. Another day, another sled.
I wonder if I can still do this. Close. This is not my skull. This. I know whose skull this is.
Oh my god, you found my skull!
Really?
See, you're free now?
Yeah.
And I wish I was.
Better late than never. Awkward. chef's apprentice. But I was also a son. Was. Right there, that's the love of my life. Beautiful eyes. Come on. I know. She's a princess too. Against her parents' wishes, we would spend time together. A lot of time. Anyway, that's her mother, Queen Athena herself. Don't get on her dad's side.
Please stop crying and answer my question. It's been 7 minutes.
I know. It's just so hard.
I was just asking where you were yesterday afternoon.
Well, we were just in the kitchen. And you gotta make me so sick.
Touching. How long were you with him until?
I don't know, maybe about until 6 or 7. And then I went to go get washed up, and he stayed behind to get preparations ready for Sunday. He never made it to Sunday breakfast!
I see. Thank you for your time.
It's time for a Snooki show! Oh
Well, king and the lady in waiting. Didn't see that coming.
Honey, don't get yourself all worked up over this.
I know, doll. It's just that it's my castle, my walls, and my daughter's boyfriend.
I know. You never know who you can trust.
Exactly. I feel like it's my duty to protect them. You know, some people in the castle might say I cannot exactly like the boy.
No, you hate him.
He was a servant, and I did not exactly see my daughter betrothed to a man in the working class.
What am I, chocolate?
That did set a great first impression with her parents.
Well, at least we know we're innocent, because we were together most of the night.
Although that's true, how would you know we were together?
Oh,
my wife now.
Well, let me know if she's not
Honey, I just need to ask you a few questions. It's protocol.
How do you even know he's one of us? He was a servant. Have you ruled out suicide yet?
He was brutally attacked with a meat cleaver and beheaded.
We all have bad days.
Well, where were we?
Well, I feel like I should be asking you that question. I was alone all night, and you were nowhere to be found.
Hey, I'm asking the questions here.
All I'm saying is maybe the wrong person is doing the asking.
Well. I should have known. You're the only person with access to the meat cleaver, working in the kitchen and everything. My only question is, why?
Are you seriously accusing me of killing my own son? And more than that, using my precious titanium-plated KitchenAid meat cleaver 3000 to do it?
Well, let's go through the evidence. You have the murder weapon and the victim's skull lying on your chest. I don't know. It seems like I'm in the right on this one, buddy.
Clearly, I was playing. I demand justice.
Was my own father the killer? Or was the weapon in his room just a red herring placed there by someone to frame him? Let's watch some more.
Who gave my father the job of detective? He's totally biased. He never liked Adam, hated that we were together. There just must have been someone with it. No. He's the sweetest, most lovable, handsomest.
Still the love of my life.
There must be something here somewhere. Aha! The birth records of the medieval castle near Adamsmore. I mean, he never knew who his mother was. Oh my God!
It was the chef! He killed his own son! Oh!
So you saw him holding the meat cleaver with his son's skull in the room. That just doesn't sit right.
Yeah, and even if I did kill my son, why would I want his skull? It was all I ever had. And the only thing I ever loved in this life.
Except for your lover!
What?
Nothing!
What? What?
What? What? All around here in the medieval castle.
You've been screwing the milkman?
What? No, he means nothing to me. It all makes perfect sense. The sneaking around,
So, here we have it. There's so many questions going through my head right now, but the biggest one is why you killed your own son? Your own blood!
He was never my son. And besides, I did it all for you. Look out. I never wanted you to know about my offspring. Especially Henry. I mean, I ain't no husband. I figured that Henry would come out and sooner or later, and then the truth would be out.
How could she do this to me? My own mother, living in the same house this whole time, and my father, living a lie, knowing who she was? My only question is, why didn't you just kill me when I was born? Why?
Why?
Better late than never.
Hello. Hey, I gotta take a mighty thank you because if you've been where we have people that love high school theater and you haven't been able to be exposed for the last few years, it has been terrible. It's like a drug to the soul. To be back here tonight was like, yes, we're back. We're back. I want to thank you guys. Improvisational theater is the biggest challenge. Somebody once said, and I'm not a musician, Kelly, so forgive me for this analogy, but somebody once said that improvisational theater was like the jazz of music. In other words, it's not so much acting, it's listening in improvisational theater. You know, you are on stage and you have to focus on the other person. If you have a set script, you just recite the script, recite the line, you hit the cue. But in improvisational theater, you take what the other person gives you, you listen, and you go with it. You improve it. It's like a jazz combo. And this was awesome theater. So for everybody that did this tonight, this is an art form in and of itself, and I hope you applaud them for that. Somebody Somebody once said, and I repeat it all the time, it was a great acting coach said, there's no such thing as a small part. There are only small players. And by that he meant that people that could not take a small part and make it a featured part. I think there was an actress here a couple of years ago who took a very small part into competition and won Outstanding Actress. And remember that? She was just delivering a message. It was a small part. But every time she came onto the stage, you kind of sat there and went, hey, who is that? That happened tonight. And so one of those roles is Matthew Cannon. That was a nice word. The second one, I have a pick to bone. Because I guess being born in 1957, graduated in 1975, I am a quintessential boomer. Would you say I'm a boomer? And I kind of take offense at the stereotypical portrayal of the boomer in this society, but it was done really well. So I would like to recognize Ella Fox for
I'm not going to be as eloquent as Dawn, or as old as Dawn. I would like to thank the cast of All Aboard for not having a millennial in the show, though. Nothing to judge me by. Next up, we would like to present the award for Best Costumes. We deliberated long and hard about this because all of the work was great. I recently costume directed my first show, and it is not easy to do. So I definitely appreciate the work that went into putting the costumes together. Best Costumes goes to All Aboard.
Someone once said that the theater is divided right in the world into actors and techies, if you don't know. And it's the only place where the tail wags the dog. And actors think they matter, they don't. An actor on the stage without techies is just an individual standing with no clothes, emoting in a dark room. Okay? However, a techie without an actor is somebody that has a really good job qualifications. Techies make the show go. They provide the lights, the set, they make sure things get here on time. They give life to the show. And sometimes they're the last to get the applause. So it's important tonight that we're giving this award. I have to keep looking because I can pronounce it right. Ulstergeist.
But the only time that we all gasped when it came out was actually a couple times when it was hurled from one side of the stage and appeared quickly on the other, and then descended from the ceiling. The rescues of prop poster guys.
So, for the award to Best Direction, we have All Aboard.
Up next are the award for Best Actor. Really hot contention in the judges' room because basically anyone could have won these awards. But we came down to a final two characters and actors that really sort of lingered and ran through their entire show and kept the energy going. Shows that wouldn't have been the same without these performers in these specific roles. The first award for Best Actor goes to Keira Nagel as Future Spouse. And this next award I give almost because I'm jealous that I didn't get to wear a white cloak and hood in this particular show. Theo Madsen is
For tonight, all the shows were amazing, but my favorite show will have to go to All Aboard.
That was the Kids' Choice Award for Best Show.
That was Kids' Choice Awards, right? This was tough. This was supposed to be easy. I have an email. This was easy. This wasn't easy.
It's easy for me.
Yeah, this wasn't easy. You know, sometimes when you watch shows, I have a certain visceral disdain for seeing competitive theater because theater should be anything but competitive on one line. There's a part of me that says we love theater is family, and family, even though we compete, we love each other. And so there's a part of this is to choose one above the other goes against everything I stand for with public theater. But that's what we're here for, and I competed against theater, blood, sweat, and tears, my whole love. I love competing, don't let me lie to you. Okay, so the best is it's some of the parts, is what you said. And we struggled with this, and we ended up going with medieval man. We're done.
One more thing, so thank you to our judges.
I appreciate Don's comment about competitive theater because that's certainly not the point. This is the only competitive thing we do all year, and really it's in pretty good spirits. We all know that. They're all really, and this is not just a saying, all winners just for the work that they did. But we do like to celebrate the outstanding performances with one picture of the all-star cast and then a picture of the full group. So if you are wearing a star around your neck, would you please make a conglomeration as the all-star cast? Right, so it's also really interesting to sort of see how it plays out, where sometimes the best individual awards are different than the full show, the sum of all parts. So yeah, all